Welcome back. So, Dorohedoro Season 2 Episode 4 is exactly the kind of chaotic, violent, and wildly unpredictable ride that fans of the series have come to love. But this time it also brings a major revelation that actually pushes the story forward in a big way. Right from the start, the episode throws you off balance. You're suddenly watching what feels like a completely random side plot involving Risu's former cross-eye associates trying to cover up a murder. And for a moment, you are left wondering, what does this even have to do with anything? But that's classic Dorohedoro. It thrives in that weird space where something feels both pointless and hilarious, yet somehow it still fits into the bigger picture. But beneath all that chaos, this episode is actually packed with important story development, especially when it comes to Nikaido's past. One of the most shocking moments revolve around Osu. At first, there's this bizarre scene involving a devil meat shop which seems random until it suddenly isn't. Asu is captured by devils for helping Nikaido, which apparently breaks the rule, and what follows is easily one of the most gruesome scenes in the series so far. Asu is executed in a brutal way, literally torn apart, and it's not easy to watch. But the real twist comes right after. It's revealed that Asu was actually a sorcerer in his previous life, Kawajiri, and after his body is destroyed, Kawajiri essentially returns, connecting two identities into one shocking revelation. It completely recontextualizes everything we thought we knew about Asu, and then the story digs even deeper. Through Nikaido's diary, we learn that Kawajiri wasn't just some random figure, he was like family to her. He played a huge role in her childhood, which suddenly explains why Asu was so protective of her all along. It's one of those moments where everything clicks and you realize the show has been quietly building towards this reveal. At the same time, the episode shifts focus to Chota, who is going through Nikaido's backstory, and honestly, it's a bit frustrating at first because he doesn't even read it properly. He just stops halfway like it's no big deal, but once he finally continues, more details come out about Nikaido's past, her bond with Kawajiri and Yakumo, and how she trained relentlessly as a child without fully understanding her own powers. And just when things are starting to settle, chaos hits again. N shows up. With Asu gone, Chota's disguise stops working, and N immediately realizes something is off. The tension in that moment is insane because you know exactly how dangerous N can be. For a second, it looks like Chota is done for, like he's about to be turned into a mushroom right then and there. But surprisingly, N holds back, which adds another interesting layer to his character. By the end of the episode, you are left with lot of process. Not only does it deepens Nikaido's backstory, but it also hints at bigger answer, especially when it comes to Kaiman's true identity, which still remains one of the show's biggest mystery. And through all of this, the signature Dorohedoro vibe is still intact. The dark humor, brutal gore, the strange world building, all of it. Even the elements that feel a bit off earlier in the season, like the CGI, start to feel more natural as you get used to the show style. The opening and ending themes also start to grow on you the more you hear them. In the end, episode 4 delivers exactly what you want from Dorohedoro. It's messy, violent, weird, and surprisingly meaningful at the same time. It doesn't just entertain, it actually adds depth to the story and gives you reason to stay invested in what's coming next. That's it. Thank you for watching. Bye.